Hi, it's from Untitled Chapter Perspective. Today we have Beau, and Beau's here as a 2-week board and train. And in this video, what we're going to be doing is finding Beau's working like a training number. So right now the e-collar is already equipped on him. It's on his left side. It's a 280C. We're going to start with the 280C for now. If needed, we'll upgrade to the black edition if we need more power. But you know, during his stay, we're kind of figuring it out. Like right now, we had a dog as a daycare and train. They were on the 280C and they were like operating at really high numbers. So that's telling me that the 280C isn't giving him enough, power to kind of, it's not for him. So for the 280C, you have magnets, a little red dot on this remote and a little red dot on your collar. You match those magnets to turn on the collar. You'll see a green light up here. Green is good, yellow or orangish is like 50%, I like to think of it, and then red is it's gonna die. Just because your remote is fully charged does not mean that your collar is fully charged. And then just, I guess FYI, or like background, he came here pretty hot, kind of barking at all the dogs and everything, all the movement. Right here, there's Donovan's working here with the playpen, so he's getting amped up. He wants to say hi to Donovan. So a lot, just brand new to the environment. Everything is so far normal, but you can see that he's just overstimulated. So just a backstory, background about his day so far. Pager, this is vibrate. This is the on and off button. This is the bumpy one, is called Nick. This is a smooth one, it's called continuous. The difference is if I hold on Nick, it goes tap. If I hold on continuous, it goes tap until I let go. You have your dial on top to increase and decrease the number. Clockwise is to increase, counterclockwise is to decrease. What else? We're going to be using the bumpy one for training. We don't use the pager, just the vibrate again. Just because pager, we only use that to see if the collar is on. So if we're outside and I can't see the light or anything like that, or I just want to make sure it's on, I'll hit the vibrate while the collar's in my hand, put it on the dog so I know it's on, so you don't have to feel like the shock or like the stimulation. It's fitted really tightly. You'll kind of see how fitted it is. It's not moving at all. It's going to be in one spot. It shouldn't be moving around like a chain or a necklace or like a loose collar. My leash is connected to the flat collar, just a heads up. We never connect leashes to the e-collar. So other than that, I think that's all I need to explain. We have connection, perception, and working. Connection is when you start to see the twitch on the dog's neck when you get to a certain number. So we're starting low to high. So we'll start to see a twitch, but Beau is like this still. He still wants to go say hi to Donovan. He still wants to move around. Or still just staring at that low key over there. So we want more concern. Then we're going to reach what's called perception. Perception is when and again, connection is when the two contact points are making contact with the neck, so you're going to start to see a twitch, but again, he doesn't care. Perception is when there's like a bug. Imagine like there's a bug flying around Beau, and he's kind of like looking around like what's buzzing around my neck and everything. That's when we're going to go ahead and increase it there, so that we want the working number. The working number is, what we want to look for is some sort of movement that Beau will like kind of like move around, either lay down, sit, move to my right side, or just move away from Donovan maybe because he wants to go to Donovan. So we want working because it's showing me that he's concerned about it, so he's gonna like try to figure out, like in his brain he's thinking, all right, what's going on? I need to figure this out because it's not going away, it's getting annoying. We always want to get to the working number. That's what we're looking for. So you don't need to find connection, you don't need to find perception. I'm just letting you know that what you see isn't working. It could be connection or it could be perception. Just letting you know what it is you're looking at when you start to find the number on Beau. So how we're going to find it is we're going to go in increments of 5s and give 3 taps between each increment. So it's going to be 5, tap, tap, tap. So if I say tap, I press the button once. So if I say tap, 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 I have pressed it 3 times. If I say tap, 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 I press it 5 times, just the speed has been increased. So we're gonna go ahead and start at 5. And we're gonna watch Beau. And then it's tap, wait, tap, tap. Okay, let's see if you can get a little bit more. Let's see, like a 10. Tap, wait. Tap. Okay, tap, wait. Good. So every tap got him to move. We're gonna probably lower it to like 7. So right away, 5, he started feeling it. Yeah, 2 ADC is gonna be probably for him. 10 got him to move more dramatically. We're gonna start a little lower than 10 just to, this is something new to him, and he kind of moved weight a little too fast of like booking it so that he could be overcompensating. Or it's just that he doesn't know what this is and it's foreign, it's a new thing to him. And you know, the first response to the dogs when they feel this feeling is always to kind of get away from it. What's going on? I need to shut this off. I don't know how to, so I'm just going to run. It's usually the first response. So right now, you know, there's a handler working here, dogs in playpen, dogs in place. It's busy, but it's not like high energy. So don't think that 7, 5, or like 5 to 10 should be his range forever. So don't get married to 10, don't get married to 5, because Beau's gonna let you know what's too high and what's too low. So let's say he wasn't, you know, let's say you're back at home and you're training him and it's like 10 to 5 still, but then maybe you go to like Oz Park and it's not 10 to 5, it's actually like 20 to 25. That's normal because again, the environment is, the energy of the environment has increased. There's a lot more things going on, more dogs running around, baseball games, parties, people, bikes, rollerbladers, and scooters. So it's just, again, just a higher energy environment. Weather also plays a part, so if it's really hot, the number tends to increase because they're more focused on, I need to cool down, I'm hot, I don't really care about the e-collar anymore. So then the pressure will just start to increase. What else? Yelping is usually a sign that you're too high. Yelping could also mean frustration, so it depends on the context. So let's say if like right here, he wants to go this way and I start tapping, but he keeps wanting to go that way and we start hearing him yelp, that's him vocalizing his frustration. If I'm just like walking and I tap and I tap and I tap and every single of those 3 taps got him to just yelp, then we're too high because we're just walking, there's no reason to yelp. But that's how we find the number. Start low, work your way up, and you want to keep repeating this anytime before you start working with Beau. Hi, San Miguel Camp Perspective. Today we have Beau, and in this video we're going to be going over the heel command. Heels walk with me, stay, sit when I stop. So if I take 5 steps with Beau should take 5 steps. If I take 10, he takes 10. If I come to a stop, he's to automatically sit. This is all down to the loose leash in any environment on our working number, which is we're going to start at 7. So for your leash, you want to give slack. So about right here, I've created a J. J ends right at his armpit. If it's too low, like this, he's gonna step over it constantly. If it's too tight, well, yes, he's gonna walk next to you because we're not letting him go anywhere else. So we want to give the slack so that we can see the mistakes, so that we can teach something. So we're not using any words right now. I'm just gonna be walking. And before that, holding your leash. This is the setup. I have my right thumb through the loop like this with the remote. And I'm taking the leash and putting it over my pointer finger like this, and I'm closing it like that. So it's locked here, and then it's locked here, so you can't break it like he's trying to pull me right now. If you want it in one hand, the loop goes in the left thumb like this. So it's locked here, and then you have remote here. I'm gonna do 2 hands. It's kind of personal preference, but this is the best lock system we have. I've had Great Danes pull me, and it's never been an issue. So we have our leash set up, a number set up. So when I walk forward with Beau is probably gonna pass me. So every time that right shoulder passes my left leg, I'm gonna do an immediate 180 to my right this way, walk the other way, and I'm also gonna pair that with the e-collar. So I'm walking, Beau passes, turn, and I'm gonna tap, tap, tap until he's back at my left side. Pressure on when he passes me, and when I turn around, I'm redirecting him to me. So we call it a correct to redirect. We need to give him the answer, so that turn is very important and it's permanent. Whenever Beau passes your left side, you are going to do an immediate turn to your right and tap. If Beau goes to my right side, because he's supposed to be on the left side, I keep moving forward. I gently pull back to my left this way, tap, 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 and he should flush out to my left side. What else? And I'm just gonna keep my movement and keep tapping. So here I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm just gonna walk this way. Good, so here turn and then tap, tap. Good, turn, tap. Good job. This is 9. Oh, tap, turn, tap. Pull to my left, tap, 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 tap. Good, turn, tap, tap. Good, we jump to 12 or 10. Good, turn, tap. Good job. Turn, tap. Good job, turn. No taps, good. Turn, tap, tap, tap. Good job. Turn. And good job, he's fine. Good. Good. Turn. No taps because he's walking with me. Good job. Turn, tap, tap, tap. Turn, tap. Good, I bumped to 13. Let's go to 14. Good job. Good. Slow turn to my right. No tapping needed because he's following me. I'm gonna give a tap for him to catch up. He catches up and aligns with me with my left side. Good. Doesn't overshoot. Good job. Good. No taps there because he's turning with me. The turns aren't for him passing me. I'm just doing a slow turn because he's paying attention. So I'm gonna turn slowly, and then here he just strikes a tap. Good job. Turn, tap. Good boy. He's doing really good. Good. Tap. Good job. Good. And slow turn to my right. Good. Good. Slow turn to my right. Tap. Good boy. Keep moving forward. Turn, tap, tap. Good. Slow. Good. Slow turn. Good job. Tap, tap. Good boy. Pull to my left. Tap, 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 tap. Good job. Good. I'm still at 14. Slow walk, but keep moving forward. So he's matching my pace. I increase my pace. He walks with me. I slow, and then I stop. Good job. Good. So nothing out of the ordinary there. He looked like he was trying to redirect the leash. I just continued pulling to my left, tap, tap, tap to get him out of my right side. But other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. He did really good. So what we saw was him in the beginning trying like overcompensating. And I wasn't too high. I was at an appropriate number. So it's just turning and tapping and turning and tapping. I ended up at 14. And that's where I landed on, where he was the most responsive and everything retained. Because when I was tapping, when he was overshooting, it wasn't really because I was tapping, because he was just going. So I needed a tap to kind of make it give kind of a bigger consequence for trying to always like lead the way or kind of get away. So everything went well. We're gonna go ahead and cover automatic sitting now. So the reason why we don't say sit, because we want this to be automatic. So I don't want to say sit, heel, sit, heel, sit, heel. I just want to say heel. I come to a stop, he sits. So how we teach that is I'm gonna go ahead and give gentle pressure up on the leash, like so. This is just gentle tension, and then tap. For the 9, tap, 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 wait, and tap, tap, that's fine, good. Good job. This is 50, we went to 15. So here, pull up, tap, wait. And good boy, this is fine, this sit is fine. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do this 5 more times. So I'm gonna do 5 slow down to stops, and kind of drill these out. I'm gonna accept this for now because I'm not gonna be too picky. He is not laying down, but Donovan, I'll accept this for now. I don't know, he's doing a little yoga exercise here. So I'm gonna walk forward and then tap. Good, turn, tap. Good, slow. I'm gonna slow down to a stop. Give gentle pressure up and tap. Tap, tap. No taps there. Tap, tap, and good. There, tap. Good job. Good. Walk forward, and good. Turn, tap. Good. We're gonna try a lower number. We're gonna try 6. Okay. I'm gonna slow down to a stop. Good. Gentle pressure up, and then tap. 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 Good. Good job. Good. Now when I pet him, he's holding that sit, which is something he was unable to do for a little bit. Good job. The vocalization is just most likely him being frustrated with the pulling up and the tapping. Good. And then slow. And then stop. Wait a moment. Gentle pressure up. And tap. Tap. Good. So pressure on, which is the leash pulling up, the tapping. When the butt is not sitting, once I see the butt to start to go down, pressure turns off by not giving him leash tap, not giving him leash tension anymore, and then the tapping stops, obviously. Tap. Good. I'm gonna slow down to a stop, and gently pull up, and then tap, tap, tap. Yes, good boy. We're gonna do 3 more. Good. Up, tap, tap. Good. Tap, tap. Good. I'm at 6 still. I'll try 7. Okay, walk forward. Okay, I'm going to slow down to a stop. And then I'm just going to try and give a tap. Yes, good job. Oh, I almost stepped on you. Good, so there was no leash tension there, just the one tap got him to put the butt down. So these next 2, I'm gonna go ahead and just give taps. Leash pressure if needed. Eventually we don't need to always pull up and tap. This is just kind of shaping the sit with the e-collar. So if he's not sitting one day, it would just be using the e-collar to make his butt go down. So here, a tap. Good. One more. Where's Charlie?
He's taking out the outside dog.
Oh, okay. Tap. Pull to my left. Okay, he's back here. I'm gonna slow down to a stop. Okay, I'm gonna give it a tap. Yes. I'm gonna do 1 more. Good, tap, 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 tap. Pull with my left, tap. Good. Tap, That's fine. Tap. Slow to a stop. And then we'll give a tap. Good. Now here, I'm going to give gentle pressure up. Oh, he's got it. Good. Good. So we want to correct that if he lays down as well. I want to do one more. Tap. Tap. Good. Pull to my left. Tap. Tap. Good job. Tap. Give a tap. Yeah. Good job. So he's just getting a little anxious. He's a little stressed when we're doing this, which is why he's vocalizing, and he's also not as much anymore. He's redirecting at the leash a little bit, and then being vocal once I get pressure up, and then I'm tapping. So all that's needed is just repetition, shaping the behavior, making it consistent until then. Once it's consistent, we'll go ahead and then add the word heel, which will be in the next video, but just wanted to show how we shape heel, how it looks at first. So from here, it's just practice, 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 and then just practicing those auto sets as well. If you're still having a hard time with it, it's not so much like he's like resisting or anything, he's just being very vocal about it and dramatic. Go ahead and see if like food will help him or anything like that. So we'll have to check that out. But other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. He did really good. The last thing we're going to go over is the break command. So break means you're free. So if you wanted to give him a potty break when you're on your walk, he'll go ahead and just say, it's easier if I'm outside. If I come to a stop, because whenever you want to release him from the heel, you always want to slow to a stop, have him sit first. Once he's settled, you're going to say break and pretend that the grass is in front of me. I'm going to pull him forward, and then he can go pee, poop, do his doggy thing. For now, we're not going to use words, right? So if I want him to come back to the heel, I'll just give a tap, and he should just follow. Other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. He did really good. Good job. Hi, it's from UK Canine Perspective. Today we have Beau, and this video we're going to be going over heel part 2. So heel part 2 is when we start to add the phrase heel, and we're going to go over a little bit more of like body language and exercises for him with the heel command. So the word heel is walk with me, say me, sit when I stop. So heel doesn't mean, so if I'm looking at Beau here, I wouldn't say heel and expect him to come to my left side and sit. That's called finish. Heel is more of a let's walk, like kind of like this command, like a follow me type of command. So what we're going to do here is that every time I'm going to say heel, you always want to lead with the left leg. We want to lead with the left leg because that's the leg he's supposed to be parallel and glued to. So it's just easier for him to kind of stay aligned with it. Like in his peripherals, he's able to follow the left leg easier than obviously the right leg. We only say it once to start the walk, but what I'm going to do here is that every time I come to stop, I'm going to say heel. After I say heel, the left leg will start moving forward. You don't need to say heel every time you come to a stop, because actually what you can do is say heel. You walk, you walk, you walk, you come to a stop. You don't need to say heel again, and then the left leg will move forward. The reason why I'm going to do it now is just to speed up the conditioning process of him hearing the word heel, left leg, heel, left leg, heel, left leg. He should always start to follow the left leg. If Beau does not follow with me, I'm going to give him a tap to just kind of have him catch up to me. And if he does follow me, there are no taps. So here, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Heel, left leg, and then tap, 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 tap. There we go. That's 41. Good. I'm going to slow down into a stop. It's a good boy. It's a good boy. Heel, left leg. Slow. And then, what's he doing here? Pull to my left, tap. Good job. Then I'm going to slow to a stop. Yes. Good job. And then, going to tap. There he goes, just remain sitting. Heel, left leg. Good job. I'm going to slow down to a stop. Yes, good boy. Heel, left leg. Slow. Then stop. Yeah, good job. Tap for the sit. Yes, good boy. I'm at 35. Good, so it's very simple to use, very simple to teach, I mean. Tap. Good. I'm at 32 now. Yeah. Good. He gets so wiggly, he always wants to stand up when I give him praise. That's fine. Good, and I'll lower it again. Here's 20. This is gonna be actually 15. Good, see how, now I'm giving him praise. He's holding that position. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Good. Now, usually clients would think that, okay, if I pet my dog and he keeps breaking the command, probably don't pet him. What we actually want to do is continue to pet him and just fix it. So letting him know that, hey, buddy, I know you love affection. I know you get super wiggly, but you still need to be in the sit command because you're in heel right now. So I was at like the 30s, and he was responding pretty normally. Like he was like, okay, fine, and we got a yelp at 35. So I'm gonna lower it at 15, see how that changes. So that's how we use heel. It's very easy, very simple to use. Again, you don't need to say it every time you start moving. You can say heel once to start the walk, and until then he's in heel until you say break, sit down, stay, place, or anything like that. So now we're going to go over our left turns and right turns. But before we do that, I want to talk about slowing down. So when we're in heel, throughout this video and the last video, I've been saying slow to a stop, or slow and then slow turn. There's two reasons why we want to do this slowdowns. The first reason is to be fair to Beau. So if I'm walking a 30-minute, if I'm walking a consistent speed for 30 minutes, and all of a sudden I stop, let me make sure. Okay, and if all of a sudden I stop abruptly, it's technically unfair because there was no warning given to Beau, and he's not a robot, so he's not going to stop on the dime out of nowhere when I stop. He can't read my mind. So then we use body language to kind of give him a hint, like, hey buddy, something's going to happen here. So we like to compare it to driving. So on the roads and everything, no one abruptly puts the brakes on, no one abruptly turns. Everyone has to slow down first in order for them to be safe, but also for the other drivers to give them something to like warn them. So like the brake lights come on, everything starts to change. Same thing here. Just want to be fair to Beau, and we want to slow down before we do a stop, before we do a turn. And the slowdown is like 4 to 5 steps, and you want to make the slowdown look pretty noticeable for Beau. Again, he needs to see that change for him to kind of see what's going to happen next. Now, the second reason we slow down is to make sure he's paying attention. So if we do our part correctly, I'm slowing down, but then Beau keeps going, I won't stop, I won't turn. I will turn. I'm gonna do the correctional turn 180 tap to correct him for passing me. Sometimes owners get too committed, so they're thinking, I'm gonna come to a stop, I'm walking, I slow down, Beau keeps going, or maybe I stop and then Beau keeps going, they'll pull back and then bring him into the sit. That's incorrect. You'd still want to do the 180 turn and tap because he's still passing you in heel. So that's just like something we always want to remember doing before we do our turns, because then it just makes everything look cleaner for him and it's going to be easier. So we're going to go over left turns first. With the left turns, we always lead with that right leg going that direction. We still lead with the left leg when I say heel. So it's going to look like this. Heel, left leg. I'm going to walk forward, no taps. Good job. I'm going to pull to my left, tap, 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 tap. Good. That's 11, tap. I'm going to go lower. This is 5. Good. So I'm going to slow down first, and then it's going to be right leg, right leg. We're going to do a few more. Slow down first. Good. Right, left, right. Good. Slow down first. I see he's matching my pace, so I'm going to go and proceed with the turn. Right leg, right leg. Good boy. I'm going to give it a tap to just catch up. Tap, tap. Good. I know I'm out of the camera, so I'll do another one over here. Good. Slow first. Good job. He's paying attention. Right, left, right. Good, we're gonna do 2 more. Tap. Good, slow. Right leg, left leg, right leg. Good job, buddy. Slow. Right, left, right. Good. I'm gonna come to a stop.
Yeah. That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Good job, Beau. Good, nothing out of the ordinary. He did really well. So it's a very like marching band type of movements. We're just making a square, and it needs to be very strict, very sharp. So you don't want to go like around. You always want to walk, and then this right leg is immediate, like left this way. Then that's the left leg, and the right is immediately sharp, going back the opposite way. So what you don't want to do is like go like around the dog, because sometimes the dog or a Beau may be too close to you, so you don't want to run into him. You actually do want to run into him, just teach him boundaries and let him know that, hey buddy, you're too close to me. There's a specific spot in heel that he needs to be in. So if I'm going to do my left turn and his head's here, I'm going to go through his head and just keep going straight. So you have to have some oomph with these turns. What about the left turns? These tend to be the more difficult ones just because it's awkward motions. So right turns, since left turns, we start with the right leg. Right turns, we start with the left leg. So since I'm turning right, it's gonna be heel, left leg. I'm gonna slow first. I'm gonna extend the left leg, go back on the right and back on the left the opposite way. And we're gonna do a few of these. Okay, so slow down first, left, right, left, tap. Good job, this is 8. Good, slow down first, left leg, left leg. Good boy. Slow down first, left, right, left. Good. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix them up together. Here's a left turn, right leg, right leg. Slow. Here's a right turn, so the left leg leads the right leg and then the left leg. Good. Good. Slow. Here's another right turn, left leg, left leg. Good. Slow. Here's a left turn, so it's right, left, right. Good. 2 more turns. Slow. Here's a left turn. Right, left, right. Good job. Slow. Left leg, left leg. That was a right turn. Good. So that's the full heel. Slow to a stop. And he sits.
That's a good boy. Good job.
Good. Nothing out of the ordinary. He did really well. So how to kind of get ready for your walks and everything. So what you would want to do is you'd collar him up. You bring him outside, let him potty first. Once he's done pottying, get that out the way first. You'll find your number. Right now I'm at 8. You'll find your number. You'll cue the word heel. You start walking. If he doesn't follow you, you tap until he follows you. Then you're going to do 5 left turns. You're going to do 5 right turns, and you can also practice 5 slow down 2 stops to practice the automatic sitting for him. That's like, think of that as like your little warm up. And then after that's done, you can go ahead and do your actual walk. We have a 3-error rule. If Beau passes you 3 times, bump it 5. 3 more times, bump it 5. 3 more times, bump it 5. And let's say you're at like 20 now, or maybe 15, and you're like, man, this 15 really got him to stay with me. Then the next time you do your walk, see where your number is at again, and if you end up at 15 again at the end of the walk, I'm just gonna stay at 15 every day then to kind of, because I already know what he's gonna land on. So just to skip those steps, if everything's consistent, obviously. Here and there, he can operate at higher numbers some days. So like, I remember one session I was at like 40s and 30s, but now I'm at 8. And like you saw here, like 30 got him to yelp. No big deal, just lower it and keep moving forward. Giving him the break command, like if you want to give him another potty break during your walk, you'd slow to stop just like this before the grass, and then you're gonna say break, and then you'll pull him off you into the grass like that, and then he can pee, poop, kind of do his doggy business. If he's still glued to you kind of like this, just completely just ignore him and just kind of meander. Like right now he's on my right side, which isn't a command. So now he's more likely to kind of do his own thing and just kind of be free. Be free, Beau. What else? Sniffing. I like to correct that because I already know that most of the dogs we train, the sniffing leads to meandering or veering off to the left side, so I'm correcting that. If Beau is able to sniff and still keep heel, then that's fine. So as long as he's at your left side, I think it's fine. But if you know that the sniffing will lead to him breaking the heel, then I'm just going to correct the sniffing instead of waiting for him to break heel every single time. Hi, it's San Miguel Canine Perspective. Today we have Beau. In this video, we're going to be going over the stay command. So right now, Beau is in the heel command. Some owners would look at this and think that Beau is in a sit command. Sit is part of heel. Think of it as like a bundle. So this is still heel. So if we want him to stay here, we can't say sit because he's already sitting. So what we use is the word stay. For stay, there is the visual and like the verbal. Our visual is us waving the left hand in front of the dog's face. So it's gonna look like this, stay. And then after that, we're gonna start slow, work our way up to like walking around him. But first, we're just gonna get him used to seeing us step out in front of him, get him used to that picture. So now, since he's in the stay command, I'm gonna go ahead and shorten my leash to about this length. There's no tension, but it's gonna be ready for it. I'm gonna keep my arm like this the whole time. Because I'm going to assume that Beau is going to get up when I move away from him. So I'm already ready for it. If I'm giving him that training leash, which is about this length, then my arm's all the way up here. Or if I'm holding the end of it, then I'm all the way up here, which is more difficult to kind of give him tension. So just to make it easier for myself, I'm going to be right here. After this, I'm going to go ahead and use my right foot to step out in front of Beau. So it's going to look like this. Right foot comes out, and I face Beau like this. So my arm is extended because, again, I'm going to assume he's going to get up, and I want to keep him in this area. So if I'm relaxed and he comes to my side, then it's going to be difficult for me to bring him back there. So I keep my arm here. If Beau gets up from the sitting position, I'm going to go ahead and give tension pulling up and pairing that with the econ to make him sit. Once he sits, I'll relax, and I'll come back to his side. So even this, I'm going to pull up and tap. Tap. Good. Good job. Even if he lays down as well, we're correcting that. So I'm going to go ahead and put him back into heel. I'm going to come back and we're going to do a few more. Heel, left leg. Good. Slow to a stop. Good. Stay. Good. Shorten my leash. Right foot steps out, facing Beau. Up, tap. Good. Up, tap, tap, tap. Trying to get him back to that spot. Tap. Good. Return to his side. And then heel, left leg. New commands override the old command. So I can either say heel or break. I'm going to go into a heel so I just get him moving, kind of reset everything, and I'll come back and do some more stays. Good. Slow to a stop. Good job. Stay. And then, what's he doing? Okay. Good. Right foot out, facing Beau. Up, tap. Good. Tap. Good. Up, tap. Relax. Good job. Return to his side. Good boy. Heel, left leg. We're going to do two more. Slow to a stop. Good job. Stay. Shorten my leash. Right leg leads. Step out. Wait a moment. That's the long he's held it now. Return to side. Good boy. Another thing is that the reason why we use the right leg heel is it's just to help him differentiate between the two commands. So I've been using the left leg to drill out the moving, the heel command. So if I'm telling him to stay, then I use the left leg to step away from him. He might just impulsively like follow that left leg because of how much we've been drilling it. Good. Stay. Right leg out. Oh, that's fine. He corrects himself. Good. So just we like to separate the two commands just to make it easier for him. What was I about to say? In more advanced training, Jesse likes to tell his clients that when a trainer puts a dog in a heel, like an advanced dog with an advanced trainer, and they come to a stop, if they start with their right leg at that stop, the dog automatically stays behind just because he's able to tell the difference between the two. It's nothing. It looks fancy and everything, but it's nothing difficult to achieve. It just takes consistency and practice with that exercise. So now, I'm going to go ahead and put him back into a heel, tap. Good. So now we're going to introduce movement to the stay command. Good. So when we start to introduce like movement in the stay, as I'm walking around him, I'm going to do a half circle first. So in my half circle, if Beau gets up, I stop moving, I pull up and tap, get him to sit first, let him settle, then continue my circle. Because if I'm moving and tapping at the same time, it looks like heel to him, so he's going to want to continue to follow me, so it's going to be more difficult. So here, stay. Good. Shorten my leash. I'm at 8 still, by the way. Good. Right leg steps out. We face Beau. Good. I'm going to do up, tap, tap. Good. Tap. Good job. Try 10. Tap. Good. Here's one half. And here's the other one. Good. Heel, left leg. That was good. Good. Slow to a stop. Good boy. Stay. Shorten my leash. Right leg leads, facing him. Do a half circle. Good boy. Heel. Tap. Good boy. Stay. Shorten my leash. Right leg steps out. Good. Up, tap. Good job. He's good. Here's that. That's his left side. Go back to his right side. Do one more. Heel. Good. Slow to a stop.
Yeah. Good boy.
Stay. Right leg out. Facing Beau. One side. Here's the other side. We're going to try a full circle.
Good boy. Yeah.
Good. So there we did a full circle. Heel. And dogs. Some will kind of break it once you walk behind them. Just to try to see what you're doing. So he did a good job. We're going to do 3 more full circles. Slow to a stop. Good. I'm going to give a tap for the sit. Good. That was 10. I'm going to go ahead and lower it to 5. Stay. Right leg out. Good. Good job. That's fine. Because the butt remained on the ground, he just kind of did a little swivel. So if he does that, if he's like sitting, so think of this as standing. And this is sitting. If Beau is sitting and he's moving around like this, that's fine because the butt is still on the ground. I'm trying to think of something. Okay, whatever. Heel. Good job. Good job. Good. Stay. Good boy. Good. Do one more. Heel. Good. Got it, good. He's got it. Good job.
Good boy.
Stay. Right foot out. Good job. Good. So you kind of see how he progressed there. Even when we hit those numbers where it becomes too much for him, he recovers quickly. He doesn't really get to, what's the word? He doesn't overcompensate after that tap. He seems to recover well and just think, okay, just sit. That's all we have to do. So it's good to see that his confidence has built up to understand that high number surprised me, threw me off, but I still need to sit. I still need to do the command, so that's good. So nothing out of the ordinary with this command. How to practice. If you're on a walk and you come at a crosswalk with the hand signal and everything, you do stay, just a few circles, walking sign, so it says go, or it says walk, come back, return to his right side. For heel, so you'll say heel and you'll do your walk or continue walking. Potty breaks, if he does the number 2, you can bring him over to the side, stay, pick it up, tie it up and everything, come back to Beau. Good boy, heel, you continue walking. When you're gonna throw it away, you would give yourself space between trash can and Beau and yourselves. You pivot out, toss it, return side, good boy, heel, and then you continue your walk. So there's many opportunities for you to practice stay. It is the least used command in our program just because all of our commands already have implied stays with them. So down is a stay implied, heel stays implied, recall stays implied with you, which I'll explain more in that video. But right now, nothing out of the ordinary. What was I about to say? I was about to say something else. Oh, thresholds. You can do stay before a threshold. So like before a doorway, you can stay, open the door, correct if needed. Once he's settled, good boy, break or heel, whatever you want to do in that moment. But good. That's stay. Those are some ways to practice. He did really good. Hi, it's from UK Camera Perspective. Today we have Beau. In this video, we're going to be going over the place command. Places, go to this object, don't hop off. You can sit, stand, lay down, join a bone. Doesn't matter, just don't hop off the bed. So here we're using a lifted dog bed. It's what we have here at the facility. You can use whatever you want. You can use his own dog bed, a yoga mat, a towel, a couch, an ottoman, a rug, and you can also have multiple placemats or places. So if I have this bed here, and then I want to teach him how to use a yoga mat as well because owners like the yoga mat because it's you can take it, you can pick it up and bring it wherever you like, and then have him do duration work there or place work. So as long as it's a solid perimeter, he knows he can clearly see what's on and what's off, he should be fine. What else? Again, anything you want. So again, owners have used all area rugs, yoga mats, and everything like that. So personal preference a little bit there, but you're going to want to do everything we're doing here, teach in place. So what we're going to do here, our place is also used if, like, let's say you have a guest come over, and he's a sweet dog. So if the guest doesn't like dogs, you can use a place to kind of give the dog and then the owner or their guest space from each other. It's going to make your guest feel comfortable as well because now they're seeing that, oh wow, they have control over the dog. Cooking dinner, if you don't want him nearby or like you're running around the kitchen, you just can't have him. You don't want to step on him or anything. You can do duration work, which is place. Eating dinner, you can place them as well from there. So what we're going to do is just shape it. We're going to work on the send-off part, just kind of going there when he feels the e-collar. Not going to use any words. Again, just having him understand that when he feels this, it means to go to the bed now. Not using any words. All I'm going to do is just start tapping, and then sometimes dogs just go on the bed they just know what to do. So if that happens, it's great, makes things easier. If not, if he looks confused, I'm going to go ahead and give him leash tension to the bed. I'm not dragging him, just give him guidance, and then I'm going to start increasing the number because that's what's so there. If he starts resisting like he's been doing lately, I'm going to start increasing the number, but keep my arm like this. So it's just from here. I'm starting at 5, so tap, tap, tap. This is 10, tap, tap, wait, tap. So I'm giving tension, tap, 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 tap. Good. I'm gonna lower it now. Try 7.
Good job.
Good. And then when he's allowed to come off, I'm gonna say break. So break. Pull him off. I'm gonna bring it to the other side. I'm gonna repeat this. Just gonna wait a moment. This is 7. Give it tap, tap, tap. 8, tap. 11, tap, tap, tap. 14, tap. 17, tap, tap, tap. 20, tap, tap, tap. 25, tap, tap, tap. 30, tap. Good.
Yeah, good job.
Good. Break. So there, I saw the twitch, and after the twitch, he immediately went to the bed, so that's good. Pull him to this side. So he's not in heel, but I just want to, it's easier for me. Good, then I can show you. Good, so this is 29, actually. Good, give it a tap. Good, now I have to dip it down. We'll go back, try 6. Good, but you see how 30 worked perfectly the last time, but here on break, overreaction, pull them off. So it seems like we're still playing with the number. Here's 5. Give it a tap, tap. Yeah, good boy. I went up to 10.
Good job.
Good boy. Good. Break. So if this happens, you keep pulling. Pull, 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 pull. You don't need a tap because you just said break. So I just need him to hop off, that's all. I'll shorten my leash. Pull him off. Good. Wait a moment, let him settle because he's trying to go on there now by himself. That's great that he's starting to get the idea, but I want him to go on my cue so I know that I'm teaching something. Here's 10, tap. Good boy. So 1 tap, immediately got him to go to the bed, which is what we're looking for. Good job. Good. Break. Pull him off. We're gonna do 1 more. And I'm also slowly increasing my distance, by the way. Before I started right next to the placemat. Good. And then tap. Good. Now I'm over here. I also didn't move my feet. So I kept planted here. I tapped. He did all the work himself. I didn't need to help him at all. I didn't even need to use a leash. So some trainers, when they teach place, they'll be over here. They'll say place. They walk the dog all the way to the bed, and that walking becomes part of the command. So this right here, we can connect. So I'm gonna give it a tap, 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 tap. Good, wait. Good. So then that walking to the bed always becomes part of the command versus what I want is I want to be 30 feet or whatever away. I say place, he shoots there by himself. He knows where to go, he knows what to do. I don't need to help him. So that's where that kind of not moving my feet comes from, of like him figuring it out and not me always having to help him. So he's not going to be relying on me all the time. What else? But good, that's the send off, that's part 1. The next part, what we're going to go ahead and do is, first, we're going to start using the word place. So I'm going to say place. If he goes, there have been no taps. If I say place and he's just sitting there still and I tap, then he needs to go. So I'm not saying place and I'm not tapping at the same time I say place. It's only if he doesn't go. I don't repeat it either. I continue to tap until he goes back on. What we're also going to start introducing is the second part of place, which is the duration part. So we did the send off, which is just go there, go there, go there. Now it's stay there. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and just walk in a circle. The stay in place is implied. I said we put you here and you don't move until you're given another command. If he hops off, while I'm doing this circle, you're going to stop. You're going to start tapping until he goes back on. So the first thing owners want to do when they see their dog try to hop off place is do this, like they want to stop the dog. You want to let him jump off the place because we need to see him make mistakes so that we can teach something. Because if we never allow him to hop off the place, he's never going to learn that he can't hop off the place. So I'm going to go ahead and come back to this front area or where I sent him at first. Good. I'm going to say break.
Yes, good boy. Little wiggle man. So wiggly. Good job.
Good. And we're gonna do 4 send-offs. You adding the word place, or 5, I mean, sorry, 5. So here, just let him settle first. Good. Place, and tap. Good.
That's a good boy. Good job.
Good. And I'm gonna do a circle here. Good. Break. Pull, 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 pull. Good. 4 more. Place, tap. Good job. Gonna lower it again. And down at 14. Good job. Good. Do a little circle here. Good. Break. Good. What's up? Place. Good. No taps.
Yes. Yeah, good boy, Beau.
Break. 2 more. What's Aspen doing? There's nothing in her tray? She didn't throw up? What? Oh. Place, tap. Good. This is 14, we're down at 11. Good boy. Good. Break. 1 more, buddy. Come on. 1 more, 1 more, 1 more. I know. Place, tap. Good. So there he was just conflicted. He wants to go to the bed, but then he's hitting the leash. So this whining here. There he goes, okay. So he was stressed there, and then here he opened his mouth to kind of vent. So that's what I was looking for, or else I would have used the e-cut to kind of quiet him down, which would have been good for you to show you guys how to use e-cut to calm a dog down. Nothing out of the ordinary. He did really good. Still playing with this number. This is just the second. This is just the second exercise we've done today, or third if you count the working number. But it's just like repetition, just repeating things. 1 sec. It's just the repeating of everything so that he gets used to the word. I think those are 2 where I said place and he went there immediately. I didn't need to tap, which is really good to see. Practicing. So here, right after this video, he's going to go on this bed again on a column. So we have 1, 2, 3. You might have seen it when you came in. You see there's columns right in front of that door. At the bottom of each column is a bed, and there's like a leash, so it's like tethered. The dogs are tethered to the column, but they're on the bed. The leash is long enough for the dogs to get all 4 paws off the bed if they like to. So he'll be tethered there. I can be down here training a dog. He hops off. I have the remote in my hand. I start tapping until he goes back to the bed. So I'll start tapping when he goes back to the bed. I don't need to say anything. I don't need to do anything because again, he has nowhere else to go. He'll hit the leash. Once he goes, the tapping stops, obviously, and we continue training. He can stay on the bed for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever you're looking for. If you want him to learn how to stay on the bed for 3 hours, for example, you would want Beau to stay on and practice for 4 hours, so that 3 hours is just a breeze. So if you have a structure in your home where you can kind of tether him to, he's a little guy, so I can't really see him pulling anything down. But if you, what's up? Oh, so if you do have a structure, you can do that. If you don't have a structure in the home where you can tether him, right here what I'm doing would be your setup. So you bring the bed or bring the setup to like your couch area and watch a movie. If you're working from home, you can bring this to your desk, read a book, homework, anything you're gonna be stationary for a certain period of time for. And you can drop the leash and step on it so that if you feel tension or if you see him get up, you can just start tapping and he's gonna hit the end of the leash, so he should just turn around and go back on the bed. Now the reason why, if you don't have anywhere you can tie him to, the reason why you want this setup is because if we start off the bat in the corner in the home with obviously with the short leash and everything, but he's stuck there and he makes a mistake, it's going to be a constant like walking back and forth for you, and it's going to start to get frustrating. So start close, do an hour, 2 hours, whatever you're looking for, whatever's realistic for you, and then slowly start increasing the distance of the bed. And still having your short leash on, just in case he gets confused. You still have a tool to kind of help him and to guide him back to the bed. What else? So those are 2 ways to practice. Again, duration doesn't need to be worked up to. You can do straight to an hour. Just the distance, that's what you want to kind of grow into, or kind of, what is it? Start slow and work your way up there. Trying to think if there's anything I'm missing. Oh, behaviors on the bed. So let's say he starts like that. For example, he started digging. I tapped for that and he stopped digging, he just lay down. Maybe he was like, oh man, I'm getting tapped. Maybe it's the bed, maybe I should hop off the bed. If that happens, you don't say place again. You continue to tap until Beau turns around and goes back in the bed. So what we're doing there is we're clarifying for him that, hey buddy, I know you want to get off. I know you want to, you need to, you want to dig and everything, get comfortable, but don't do that. Don't ruin the bed. I'll correct you. And then he hops off. I keep correcting him until he goes back to the bed. So he's thinking, what was that for? Usually it's like the second time it happens. So here he's starting to get amped up. I'm at 11. I'm just going to give it a tap. Here's 15. And so here he's engaged with the dog, so I'm gonna give a tap. Tap for the digging. Wait a moment. So here, and this is same thing in the morning, he had trouble trying to be next to the dogs while they're playing. See, his ears are back now. He's still looking a little bit, but he's like looking at me. He's like glancing, whereas before he was like stalking and just kind of like loading up on them. So here, so he's still wanting. I'm gonna give it a tap. Tap, tap, tap. 15's not really working here. 23, tap. There we go. This is 28. Good, and then he puts his head down. He's kind of curling up now. So I didn't want him to do that. I just need him to not, be so engaged in other activities going on. I need him to remain silent and just relax. So that's why I told him right now. So he's literally curled up now. He's not looking at the dogs anymore. And I landed on 28 there. But other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. And wait a moment, go tap. Wait a moment. Yeah, in the morning it was we see the dog play or move around, get moved around, and then he just started to amp up. But good. Hi, San Miguel Camp Perspective. Today we have Beau. In this video, we're going to be going over the down and sit command. Down is your traditional lay down, don't move. Stays and fly with it, so it's not down and stay, it's just down or sit. It's already been shaped, so we're kind of just going to skip a few steps when we go over that command, but we're going to go over down first. So the way we teach down is we're using leash pressure. So right here, I'm going to put my foot on the leash, and I'm going to pull up, and I'm going to feel tension. With that tension, I'm going to pair that with the E-collar. Right now, I found it's not working. I'm going to be 28, so we're going to start at 20, and we're going to start 15. So we start low, work our way up, and the reason why we teach it this way is because we need to teach him how to lay down with the E-collar. So if I say down right now and he lays down, that's great, but then if he gets up and I tap, he's not going to know what to do with, he's not going to be able to connect the dots because he hasn't been taught down with the tap. So here, things to expect, some resistance, which is normal. First time is always the hardest, so here's some tension. Here's 18, tap. Yes, good boy. Good job. Break. We're gonna do this 4 more times. We moved him onto comfort pads, and just from seeing that as a much better response to muffle the power, because he was reacting way too much to the numbers. Tap. Yes, good boy. We're gonna do 3 more. If he was about to get up, I wouldn't have mind, because this is just I'm just happy he's giving into the pressure. We'll go over. I'll start to be stricter later on. What are you doing? Break. Give me his belly. I'm going from down to break, by the way. I'm not going to heel. Good. I'll put him in a sit position. Come, look at this way. So mom sees you. Good. Drop the leash a little bit. Step on it, and then tap. Tap. Wait. Tap. Tap. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. 1 more. Break. Good job. Tap. Yes. So, nothing out of the ordinary. He did really good. Responds a lot better with this modification on his collar. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start kind of getting rid of the foot on the leash. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him over again, release him, bring him over again, and I'm going to shorten my leash, so it's going to look like this. Break. Shortening my leash because I don't want him to have too much space to move around, so it's going to be about here. If he struggles, I'm going to go ahead and drop it and then step on it just to help him out. I'm at 10, by the way. So here, no words. We've been just shaping the behavior. I'm just going to give a tap here, so a tap. Tap. Wait. Yes, good job. Break. I'm going to lower it to 5 or 7. I'm going to try 7. Okay, slow to a stop. Yes, good boy. Good, and then a tap. Let him scratch. See what he does after the scratch. Tap. Tap. Wait. Yes. Good job. Good. Break. 3 more. 3 more. Good boy. And then tap. Yes. Good boy. Yeah. Break. Good. And tap. 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 Yes. Good job. 1 more. Break. And wait. So if this happens, we'll just pull him up for a sit, and then tap, 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 tap. 9, tap, tap, tap. 12, tap, tap. Good. Good. So he did really good there. I didn't really need to help him at all. Just kind of playing with that number, seeing what was important to him. So I was around the ranges of, I think it went down, I don't know if I went down to 10. I went down to 10 one time, but then I went down to 7, I believe. So here, he's making great progress. Now I'm going to go ahead and start introducing the word. It's going to be obviously down. So if he lays down, great, no taps. If he doesn't, I'm going to tap. Break. And if he's struggling, I'll go ahead and add some leash pressure to help him. Okay. Down and tap. Tap.
Yes, good boy. 4 more. Break.
You're all set? Good. Down, tap.
Yes, good boy. Break.
Good. Down, tap, tap.
Yes. Good job.
Break. Try 3 more. Good, pull him up here. Pull, 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 pull.
Good job.
And then down, tap, tap.
Good.
2 more. Break. I'm gonna try 14. Down, tap. Yeah, good job. Break. 1 more. 1 more, 1 more, 1 more, 1 more. What's up? Down, tap, 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 tap. 17. Oh, there he goes. Good job. Good. So he did good. Nothing out of the ordinary. Right now, all that's needed in order for him to lay down on cue is just repetition. So this just needs to keep being repeated until he hears the word down. He'll lay down without the tap, obviously. But from now, it's just we're gonna keep doing this, and then just over time and over repetitions, because that's what dogs thrive on, is repetition. Seems like that's all he needs. So for sit, I can say sit here technically. It's gonna look a little difficult at first because we've just taught him to lay down. If he doesn't lay down, we tap. So it's gonna look a little, it's gonna be difficult for him. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do it once. Sit, up, tap. And, or it might look very easy. Good, no, that's what I was expecting. Tap, wait, tap, wait. Yeah, good, he's conflicted. Yeah, there he goes. Good, break. So now I'm gonna see if I can get him to stand up, and then I'm gonna cue the word sit, see if, what he'll do. He's probably gonna keep drilling out these sits.
Let's see if I can get him to stand up. Yeah. Good, so sit has already been shaped. How we shaped that was in the heel command video where I pull up and I tap. So here, sit. And then I'm just gonna give a tap here. Wait, pull up, tap. That's fine. Yes, good job. Gonna kind of lower it to 10. Break. Yeah, good boy. Good, get him comfortable standing. Come on. Yeah, I know, come on. Good boy. Sit. Wait. Yeah, good job. Break. Come on. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Sit. Tap. Yes, good job. Break. Come on. Yeah, gotta show mama. Good. Sit. Tap. 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 Good. Break. Yeah, good boy. Oh, come over here. Good. Good job. Sit. Tap. Wait. Yeah, good job. Tap. Wait. Yeah, good job. Break.
So that was at 10. Lower to 6. And do 2 more. Sit, and then tap. Okay, now lower it again. 3.
Break. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. 1 more. Let's do 1 more. What are you doing? Come between my legs? Oh gosh. Come on. 1 more, 1 more, 1 more, 1 more. Sit. Wait. Good.
Good job. So down and sit. So here I said sit. So I'm gonna tap, tap, wait, down, tap, 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 tap. There we go. Good. So now there, tap, 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 tap. Good job. So here, I said sit, he lay down, up tap to correct that. But now I realize I'm gonna be talking for just a little bit. So instead of having him sit in that position, sitting position can be uncomfortable for dogs if they're doing it for a long time. So I'm gonna be ahead of the game. I already know he's probably gonna wanna lay down. So I'm gonna cue down first so then I can talk. My foot's on the leash. Sit. So when he gets up, if I need help, I can pull up and tap. Good. Step on it like right here. So here, there's no tension. I'm just stepping on it so that when he gets up, he'll hit the end of the leash and all I have to do is tap. So let's say I'm on a walk and I see like a familiar face. And I already know I'm gonna have a long conversation with them. Instead of coming to a stop, having him sit the whole conversation, I'm gonna tell him to down, step on my leash here and converse with the person. Now I want Beau to be in my peripheral range so I know what's going on here. You never wanna do this because we don't know what's going to happen here. I've seen a lot of times where owners are like this, talking to someone, and then someone's dog walks by, and there's a scuffle, and then it ends. When they turn around, they're like, what just happened? They don't know. So you want to keep him in your visual, keep him in sight. So let's say he's in heel, you come to a stop, he sits, you talk with someone, but then he lays on his own. We understand that he's probably tired, so we'll let him lay down. But then we need to correct it because he technically broke heel and he made a decision on his own. So why can't he bark at a dog when he's walking across the street? Why can't he bark out the window? Why can't he do all these other things? So it kind of goes into everything. So the more restricted we are with certain commands, he becomes more stricter and he becomes more of a disciplined dog. So again, I already know I'm gonna talk for a little bit on the camera, so I'm gonna put him in a down, foot on a leash, and I'll talk whatever I want to talk about. The stationary part of down, so how that works is similar to stay. I'm going to step out with my right foot and just kind of walk around Beau. If he gets up, I start tapping. I'm going to put my foot on the leash because I know I may have to help him, and I'll help him go back down if needed and keep repeating this. Right now, he's probably going to do a pretty good job. Dogs like to stay laying down, but it's essentially the same thing as stay. And we're also going to go over this again in the second week video where we're transferring everything to the long leash phase, where you kind of see where he probably will break break from the down command because we're going to be kind of a little farther from him and different. It's going to look different for him. But good, nothing out of the ordinary. He did really good, both commands. A lot better with the comfort pads on. Hi, it's Enrique with Canine Perspective. Today we have Beau. In this video, we're going to be going over recall. Our version of recall is the come and call command. So Beau is to come to us and land in a foot or two in my vicinity in a sitting position, front, left, on my right side, behind me, doesn't matter. He just needs to be really close sitting when I call him. I'm going to be doing the recall. So with our setup here, I'll have the long leash with the e-collar, and then Elias is our second handler. He'll have the short leash. The reasons for these tools is to create separation. So the short leash is to create separation, and then the long leash is to make the distance realistic and make the command happen. So if we want Beau to be able to come to us from 30 feet away, well, he has to learn how to come from 30 feet away first. And we don't expect him to learn right off the bat. So the long leash is here to make it happen in case he gets confused. This can help him. So when you're handling the long leash, you want the end of it on your right thumb just like this, with the remote in your right hand. So you're set up on your right hand like this. So this setup, I only need my pointer finger and my thumb to increase and decrease the dial. And the pointer finger is obviously tapping the button, which gives me 3 fingers available. So then with the rest of the leash, I'm gonna hold it like this. So we're gonna be reeling in our leash as Beau's coming to us because, again, we're giving him 30 feet. So I don't want Beau to have 30 more feet to pass me. So how to reel in a leash, the best way we think there is, it's gonna go ahead and use your 3 fingers right here, and then you're just gonna reel it, pull it in like this, and you're just gonna let all the leash just fall to the ground. Don't worry about holding it. But then when you're done reeling it in, you don't wanna do this because then you can get rope burn. What you do wanna do is do this pointer finger lock right here. One sec. So I'll do it one more time. Does he have an e-collar on? No, kilo.
Oh.
You want to go put one on real quick? There you go. Good. So again, right through the loop with the remote. Left hand is holding the leash, so it looks like this, and this right hand is doing all the work basically. Just pull. Just pulling. And then when you're done, you'll loop it up like this to get that pointer finger locked, and it's locked here. Then they can't snap off. So if another important part is locking it, because if we just reeling it in and then we just drop it because he's here with us, but then he's gonna, let's say he sees a squirrel, he's gonna start bolting, and then he's gonna take all that leash again. So making sure that we reel it in fully and giving it that lock. Go. So we're gonna go ahead and get set up here. We're not gonna be using any words, just gonna be shaping the behavior first. And at the end, we'll be able to say, Beau, come. Good. I'm starting at 8. We are teaching something new, so we're going to start lower than the working number. So here, right now, my leash is slack. What we're going to do is pair tension with the e-collar just to make him move. So I'm going to go ahead and reel in my leash just like this. And then right about here, I felt tension. I'm going to go ahead and release that tension. With that tension, again, I'm going to be tapping. As soon as Beau starts making his way to me, I'm going to take 3 to 4 steps backwards facing Beau, and then I'm going to come to a stop, and we're going to see what he does. If Beau stops in the middle, maybe gets distracted, I'm going to start tapping again, and then move backwards again to get him to come to me. If I stop here and Beau comes to me, but then passes me, I'm just going to turn, face Beau, move back, tap, tap, tap to get him to close the gap. Again, he's supposed to land a foot or two in my vicinity, so if he's like 4 feet away, what I'll do there is face him, move back, tap just to close the gap. So again, we're at 8. And then here's some tension, and then tap, 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 tap. Yes! Good job, Beau. I went up to 13. And yes, good boy. Good. From here, I'll say break. And Elias is going to grab Beau again. We're going to do 4 more. Something we may see throughout this exercise is that when Elias is taking Beau away, Beau might show some resistance, which is normal because Beau is just getting the hang of everything. So we're going to go ahead and do 4 more. So I'm going to reel in my leash. I feel tension. And then tap, 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 tap. Yes. Good boy. 3 to 4 steps backwards, hold my position, see what he does. He comes and he sits. He sits. Good. Good job. Good. Break. 3 more. Oh gosh. What? Oh, okay. Okay, reel it in, some tension, and tap. Yes, good job. Yeah, hold right here. Yeah, good job. Tap for the sit. Yeah, good boy. Break. That was 14, I'm gonna go down to 8 again. 2 more. Tension, tap. Good boy. Good. Little run. And then tap for the sit. Yes. Good. Break. 1 more.
I think it's simple thing for you because
Okay, you're good.
I'm not gonna grab that.
Oh. One more. Okay. This is still 8. Pull, tap. Yeah, good boy. Now here, what I'm gonna do is move backwards, tap, 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 good. And then he sits, tap for the sit. Good boy. Good job. So now break. Now what we're gonna do is switch it up. We're gonna go ahead and kind of use e-collar first rather than the leash pressure, because what I'm doing is I'm using the leash to get guidance and then giving e-collar. But I wanna make sure that Beau is responding to the e-collar, not just the leash. So I'm gonna bump it up to 10. So right now I'm gonna keep my leash slack and I'm gonna tap, tap, tap. Good job. Good, hold right here. Good, he's going the wrong way, so move back, tap, 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 tap. And move back, tap. Good job, wait. Tap for the sit, tap, tap, good job. And tap for the sit, move back, tap, tap. Tap for the sit, move back, tap, good, wait. And good boy, good, break. That was 14, go down to 12. And we're gonna do 4 more. So that was good. The second tap he came to me, but then he was more distracted because it was probably maybe because Eliza was moving around, which is good to see. Kind of show you how to fix that. So loose leash, and I'm gonna give it a tap. Yes, good boy. Good, tap, 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 tap. And good. Good job. Good, break. 3 more. Okay. Loose leash, and wait a moment, let him settle for a little bit. And tap. Yeah. Good, hold right here. See what he does. Yeah, good job. Good, break. 2 more. Jesus, so wiggly. Two more. And wait. Good. And tap, 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 tap. Okay. Okay, time for the sit. Good boy. Yeah. Good. So I'm gonna pull up here because I need him to sit. I'm gonna tap. Good. And break. He knows break. I went up to 31 at that time and he didn't really react. It's gonna be 15. That was 3 or 2? Oh no, that was, we did 3, right? Yeah. 2 more. So here's the leash of slack. I'm gonna go tap, 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 tap. Good, I went up to 45 to get him to move. Good, move back, tap, tap, tap. Move back, tap. It's fine, good. And go down to 17 and give it a tap for the sit. That's 22, good boy. That's a good boy. Good, we're gonna do 1 more, break. Good. Leash is slack and tap. Tap, tap, tap. Good job. Hold right here. Yes.
Good boy. Nope, buddy. You gotta sit tap. Wait, tap. That's fine. Good boy. Good. Break.
So now what we're gonna do, break it, go. So we're gonna start adding the cue. So it'd be Beau come. So when we start adding the phrase Beau come, what we start doing as well is still tapping. So I'm gonna say Beau come tap. And I'll explain why we want to do that, why we're doing that after these batch. But even if Beau's coming, I'm still tapping. Everything else remains the same. I continue to tap if needed, if he's not coming, in other words. Leash is still slack. You're still moving backwards, and we're still reeling in the leash. I'm at 40 or 35. Okay, so Beau come, tap. Tap, 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 tap. Good boy. Good. Hold right here.
Yes. Good job. Break. We're gonna do 4 more of these. Go. Break.
Good. Wait a moment. Beau come, tap. Good job. Hold.
And yes, good job. Tap. Tap. Wait. Good. Good. Break.
3 more. And I'm at 66 now. Good. Beau come, tap. Good boy. Good.
It's a good boy. Good. Break.
2 more. Beau come, tap. Good. Hold right here. And
Good job. And good boy. 1 more. Break.
break. Okay. Beau come, tap. Hold.
Yes. It's a good boy. Good. We'll cap it here. Good.
You can bring him to duration work, Elias. Break. Good, so he did really good, nothing out of the ordinary. It's normal for dogs to at first kind of not know what to do and get a little flighty of like running up the ramp to back to like the training floor and everything. So it's just working him through that. There you go. So again, just remember to Beau come tap. And the reason why I'm tapping right away is because let's say maybe we didn't do that exercise and we said, Beau come, and he came to us every single time and it was consistent, it was great. But then one day, let's say you have him off leash and then you call him, but then he's not coming to you. So in that instance, you need a tap, but maybe let's say Beau's sniffing and then he's sniffing and then, or he's getting distracted. You say, Beau come, he's not coming to you. But then when you tap, he happens to come to you at the exact same time you tap or after, which means you tap too late. So what can happen there is sometimes dogs can shut down because they don't know what to do because they got tapped for going towards you, or some will actually run the opposite way. So what we're doing here is we're forcing that confusion to happen, letting him know that, hey, no matter when I tap, after I call you, you still need to follow through the command. So if we see confusion, we can clarify it here so it saves us the trouble in the future. The moving backwards is permanent. It's to attract the dog to you. It gives them something to go to. So we take it from like you know, owners at the dog park and like the dog's not coming to them because they don't want to leave, but then the owner leaves and they go like, okay, well, I'm gonna leave without you. Then the dog starts to follow. That's also why we do that as well. So that's permanent. You always want to move backwards as they're coming to you. It also sometimes makes it exciting for them, and they like the moving backwards and like the sweet talk and everything. Reeling in your leash is important as well. So this setup here you can use. It's unrealistic though, so you want to, because no one calls a dog from a stationary position. They call the dog from like movement, running away, or some sort of movement. So when we're doing this to kind of make it more realistic, what Elias can do is when he grabs Beau, as he's walking away, I'll call him before he makes it to the wall. So that's another way we can use recall. One sec. What was I about to say? So you can practice by yourself. You would just need the long leash. You don't need the short leash. So you have a long leash on, and let's say he's got prey drive, squirrel drive. Let him chase squirrels. You know, recall him when he sees a squirrel. Recall him when he's chasing the squirrel. Recall him when he's about to get the squirrel, or recall him when the squirrel's up a tree, he's barking, and he's really disengaged from you. The more disengaged Beau is from you and you do the recall, the better the recall will be. So you have a lot of moments to use recall, but what you don't want to do is drill it out. So let's say he has a favorite place, little open field you'd like to go with Beau. What you don't want to do is do like 6 recalls every single time you go there, because what can happen is you can cause him to become too paranoid, because one day, if you're drilling it out, one day he's going to maybe think, I am not going to go out and play and run around anymore because you're just going to call me, so what's the point? So just to make that balance, what you want to do is be spontaneous with it. You know, the first day, maybe do like 3 recalls, good boy, then he can, you know, give them, space them out from each other. The second day, maybe don't do any recalls. It's all just kind of like having him free roam, getting him used to the balance. And then the next day, maybe do 1 recall at the end, heel, you go home. The next day, no recall. The next day, 3 recalls, and always just mixing it up for him. The hardest part that we think the owners have with recalls is getting the dog to disengage from them. So let's say you're struggling with that, and then Beau finally disengages from you. To kind of get there, you want to just like not make sense. So don't walk straight, having him in the heel position, maybe face him, walk backwards. Just don't make sense with your movements. But then once you do get him disengaged, you shouldn't do a recall right away, although you have an opportunity to, because then you just kill the motive of wanting to go like free roam again. So you're gonna be stuck. So as soon as you see him disengage, let him do his own thing for like 30 minutes or just a longer period of time before you do that recall. This command takes the longest to practice, to kind of get, because it requires the owners to go somewhere. The weather depends on it. It just depends on a lot of things. So it's normal to not, you know, get recall done within like the week or anything like that, unless like you live in an area where you have quick access and he's disengaged well with you. It's just, it all depends on everything, kind of how everything is working out for you and Beau. Other than that, there's nothing out of the ordinary. Here, I mean, he went one time over here, kind of faced him, moved back, tap, 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 until he came to me. Once he came to me, I gave him big praise. He really, because he's a big, like affection's a big reward for him. He doesn't take food for our training, so we've been using affection, and that seems to balance everything out for him. Very wiggly, loving boy.